I'm sure y'all remember the Fearless Year of Shadow campaign that launched last year in 2024, and I gotta say, it was pretty damn cool. But it has come to my attention that the head of Sonic team wants to do more campaigns such as that. But like, what do you mean? More years of Sonic characters? That's insane if you really think about it. Who could we get a year of? Bean? Sally Acorn? Interjack? Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. That's never gonna happen. But anyway, Takashi Iizuka hints at Year of Amy Rose with more special spotlights for Sonic characters in a new interview. Iizuka has expressed in a new interview that he would like to explore special spotlights for various Sonic characters in the same vein as Sega's Year of Shadow promotion that the company ran last year, like I said. Speaking at a stage interview at Brazil Game Show, the creative head of Sonic brand mentioned Year of Shadow and how he would like to choose a theme each year and spotlight different characters, pointing to the movies to offer hints at who else might be given the limelight. Sonic 4 releases next year. Next year? Is there something they're not telling us? Early release, maybe? And introduces Amy Rose and Metal Sonic to the movie universe. But this is great news. It's always good to see your favorite Sonic character, or really any character of any franchise that you like, being acknowledged the way that Shadow was last year and any other Sonic character moving forward. So we all know Amy Rose and Metal Sonic are being introduced in Sonic 4. If you've been subscribed to the channel for a while, you know that I'm a big Metal Sonic fan. I love Metal. That's my day one since the Sonic CD days, even though I wasn't around. But since the day that I played Sonic CD for the very first time, Metal Sonic has been my boy. You know, he's my boy, he's my friend, we're boyfriends. No, I'm just playing. So the question is, would I love Metal Sonic to have a year of in either 2026 or 2027, which is Sonic 4's initial release date? Yes, absolutely the fuck I would. I would love Metal Sonic to have a year of, but the problem is Metal Sonic really doesn't have that much character, I guess you could say. I mean, other than, you know, when he was Neo Metal Sonic, or towards the end of the OVA, excuse me, when he started speaking and whatnot. But other than that, he really doesn't have much going for him, if you know what I mean. So honestly, I really don't see Metal Sonic ever getting a year of. But realistically, Amy Rose is probably the top candidate that could be in line for her next, to be a candidate for the next year of, excuse me. She's just so full of personality and, you know, just overall more background to explore. She's also, you know, one of the big four: Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, and Amy. She's featured in Sonic Frontiers. Every single mainline Sonic game since I can remember, Amy played a big part in. Even all the way back to Sonic Unleashed. But yeah, I was about to say, I don't think she played a big part in that, but no, I think she did. But anyway, she would be the most appropriate for a year of. And by the way, the post-credit scene played out, or not the post-credit scene, but the mid-credit scene that played out, it looked like Amy was really the main focus. So again, like I said, she seems to be the more appropriate one for the next year of. But wait, there's another one we haven't spoken of yet. Silver the Hedgehog. Yes, Silver the Hedgehog could possibly be in this next movie because Sonic 4 is heavily rumored to involve time travel, and what is Silver known for? Being from the future. Yes. Honestly, Silver is probably one of the most underrated and unappreciated characters in the entire franchise. Like, I can't even remember a time that he had a big part in a mainline Sonic game. I mean, there was Forces. Oh, no. We are going to pretend that game does not exist. So anyway, Silver hasn't had a big part in a mainline Sonic game in forever. I think Sonic 06 might have been the last time he played a big part, or had a role-ish, like he was kind of in the story. But it's difficult seeing Silver in the fourth movie because they're already having to introduce Amy, they're already having to introduce Metal Sonic, and I really don't see them wanting to spend that much money on another voice actor, more CGI, and more complicated writing. I don't see it, but however, Jeff Fowler and Paramount are pretty hell-bent on making us, the Sonic fanbase, happy, so I'm not going to completely rule it out. If Silver won't be in the next movie, maybe the next mainline Sonic game, maybe he could play a big part in the next Frontiers 2, maybe, or this whole thing about Shadow, I hadn't really read much into it, but Shadow apparently getting a new game because I guess Sega made a new trademark for the character or something. I don't know. I didn't read much into it. Pardon my ignorance. Educate me down in the comments. But maybe Silver could be in the next mainline Sonic game and play a big part. Like my original wish list for Frontiers 2, whatever you want to call it, the sequel to Sonic Frontiers is, I'm going to go over this one more time. The cyber corruption comes back, Sonic becomes evil, Shadow and Silver got to come together to stop an evil, corrupted Sonic. Pure cinema. But yeah, it's comforting to know that Takashi Iizuka, the head of Sonic Team, wants to do more of these things, more of these campaigns, acknowledging and making these characters the main focus of that year. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do a year of when Sonic 4 comes out, because that's like at the very beginning of the year. So unless they want to do the campaign after Sonic 4's release, it would make more sense to do it maybe towards middle of 2026 all the way up until the movie's release date, just so there could be like a build-up. But I don't see how that would work because it's year of. Maybe they could start it in March of 2026 and it'll go all the way to March of 2027. Excuse me. That's an entire year. Year of Amy Rose is what I'm predicting. I would love a year of Silver, but I just don't see it happening. Unless the next mainline Sonic game is speculated to come out late next year of 2026. So if they decide to go with Year of Silver for 2026, they have enough time to build it up all the way up until the next mainline game. And in 2027, the Year of Amy Rose, they could just do the movie and then have the rest of the year just about Amy, I guess. That would make the most sense to me. But anyway, like I said, it's pretty comforting to know that they're wanting to do all that. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that bell too to let you know when I post a video, so that way you don't get left behind. Now, with all that being said, y'all have a great night. Stay safe and be great. And we're officially out.